Hey, welcome to the Mike and Josh Night Walk podcast.
Creative walks and evening talks, Mike V and Josh C style.
We're currently talking about house parties and how they're no longer a part of our lives, but we really wish they were.
I guess part of that has to do with you gotta have like a bunch of people around you.
Yeah.
Like a high school person
Yeah, we need
is gonna have a bunch of people that he's.
we need some kind of high school connect so that we can get in on all these high school parties because that's.
We could just have adult friends. We could have more adults
No.
don't throw parties.
Adult friends are not throwing parties, otherwise we'd be at a house party right now.
How about college people? Because I just feel like to acclimate in a word that I just made up, acclimate myself to a high school
word. I
crowd
couldn't tell you what the definition was.
would be a challenge.
See,
An embarrassing challenge.
I think if you... It would...
Yo, Stevie just got his license. Yo, he's driving us to Joke at the house to get
See, but that's more of the fun of the house party, is that it's like being a fucking kid.
The
A stupid,
danger
reckless
element
kid.
is back.
I wouldn't say danger, I would just say fun. Like, fucking in house parties, you can... Oh, there's a car coming, so we're gonna go on for a quick commercial break. It's possibly a cop.
The thing about recording a podcast in the evening light is that
it's not evening, it's straight night.
The nightlight?
It's the nightlife. I like the nightlife.
You get the nightlife going and you get cars are an obstacle.
Anyway, what I was saying was...
Bonus story.
And we're back. I was saying that house parties are fun because people just get reckless. Well, I guess the conversation moved to partying with high school kids.
Husky high schoolers.
Our topic today is husky high schoolers, and why are they getting so husky?
Hi, welcome to Delran Husky High School, where all our kids are wrestlers. I'll laugh at that later, thanks.
The high school
Me.
The husky high schoolers. I guess
bring this breath
I
back.
don't really like to talk about house parties because it just gets me sad that I'm not at a house party.
I got that house party sadness.
That's seriously all
Hey,
I
let's take a peek at this house and go, okay, your backyard fence is way too close to your house. And your house is tiny. Because I think it's actually a shed.
We probably shouldn't bring visual elements into this podcast because the viewers can't see what you're talking about.
Half of the podcast is going, oh, I think I hear a party.
Okay, that's a party.
This is what zombies do. I think I hear people. We could eat them. Hold on, stop walking. That's people. Let's eat them. Yeah, that was the giggly laughter of a woman who just missed her horseshoe throw.
I was gonna say I thought I heard a beer pong shot.
Ooh.
Cup ball smack.
Graduation is about to be happening at any time, and that's time to cash in.
Guys, send us invitations to your graduate. If you're having a graduation party, if you're a recent grad, congratulations.
Congratulates.
Sorry you had to go through all that hassle just for a tassel.
Congrats, you grad.
But
aren't you glad?
Send us your invites because seriously, we will bring the fun. And it's fucking boring being over 21 and
yeah,
bars
if you can
suck.
avoid it.
Yeah, dude, keep throwing house parties. It seems cool, I'll go to a bar and meet people, but as soon as you go to the bar, you just want to talk to the people you already know.
Forget these numerical societies thrown at you all the time. They're going, oh, you're 1 year old. Oh, you're 7 years old. Oh, you're 7 times 3? 21? You gotta be making a joke. I'm not 21. I'm nothing. I'm a human being. The atoms in me came from all the fucking boom.
Are you coming out right now? You've had a lot of atoms in you?
There's a lot of guys named Adam.
I like to get fucked by a lot of guys named
I'm
Adam.
into
Guys, if you got a bunch of friends named Adam, Josh,
If
open for this.
all right, two things. If you know a guy named Adam, I'll be there. If you got a half pipe, I'll
Butthole
come over
open.
early. We'll shred.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Josh. Tell us about your whole life of skating right now, because I see you keep putting up these short Instagram videos of you doing pretty much nothing except moving forward on a board. Would you consider yourself a skater?
I would consider myself a skater, but I would also consider myself a pussy because skateboarding is scary.
So you consider yourself a poser? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
no, I'm not posing as anything. I'm posing as, if anything, I'm posing as someone who's afraid to do skateboarding tricks. Throw me on a 3.5 foot quarter pipe, pff, I'll blow that thing up all
Are
day.
you more a vert or a street? Because all I see is you on vert.
Yeah, I'm a vert guy. Coming at you live on a vert ramp.
True. Well, on behalf of everyone that follows you on Instagram, stop putting these videos up. They're not entertaining.
I will, I'm just going to take
I
that
wanted to
and
see
go, okay, I'll get more creative.
If you can somehow spice it up,
Pump up the volume.
and by that I mean either get good or just make it more funny and just do something creative with it. Because your left turns are just getting old.
Podcasting is good because it's like, oh, there's someone else to joke to.
Yeah.
This won't turn into me just making fun of him directly. This will be, oh, there's a third guy now, and his name's the iPhone 7.5.
Now that we're podcasting, I'm gonna make this walk a lot longer.
Let's do it.
Something else we can talk about. Let's take a few calls. Oh yeah, we don't have that feature. Drang, drang.
Drang, drang. I swear that is something that we used to, or at least somebody used to say that a
Well,
lot.
that episode was from 2009, so we probably said it from
I
seeing it the first time.
think that American Dad should just not be a show anymore.
Is that a joke?
No, I completely am like, okay, Seth MacFarlane has 3 shows now, all of the same cartoon pretty much, and if I would rather see American Dad go than Cleveland Show, but he can do all that shit. He can do
Okay,
all of that
first
shit
of all,
in Family Guy.
I can't believe you're being serious right now. Oh my god, American Dad is the best one right now. Okay, Family Guy.
I'm just gonna keep
literally-
my mouth shut for like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you like 2 minutes.
Okay, seriously though. Okay, Family Guy is straight up cutaways now. That's all it is, and they're not even funny anymore. I'm pretty sure Seth MacFarlane has nothing to do with the show except voicing Peter and everybody else. American Dad, clearly you haven't been watching it because it's fucking genius and all the characters are fucking good. Third, Cleveland Show already got canceled. So you're fucking wrong about that. He's back on Family Guy.
Okay, so first thing to refute, I will say,
Your rebuttal.
yeah, my refutal, my refuddle. I will say that Family Guy would be better if Seth MacFarlane was not involved in 3 shows.
Wasn't making 1,000. Well, that's the thing. I feel like he doesn't even like write them anymore. I think he just comes in and voices everything. But maybe not. He probably has something to do with it. But
That would I like envisioning Seth MacFarlane coming into a room and going, "Is this what we're? Is this? Oh, all right, you know what? I hired you guys. That's like the joke I said in last episode."
what are we talking about?
Seth MacFarlane
Oh.
doing voices on a show.
Um,
Okay, so wait. Next thing, you're right. I don't really watch American Dad. I only see it when I'm around you guys, and I'm like, it's hard for me to get into. I don't. The part of me and my body is going, get up, go, go,
dude,
go.
you have Netflix?
Yes,
Oh, please watch the newest season they put on of American Dad.
I will give it a
has
shot.
gotten nothing but funnier.
I will give it a shot, but I can promise that I will be looking at the screen 25% of the time.
You do not appreciate
We're recording a podcast. Speak up.
Oh yeah, I need a fucking mic. We're recording a podcast
Mike
in the middle of
needs
the
a mic.
streets.
It's creative walks and interesting talks, evening
I
style.
thought it was night walks with Ebbs, Mike, and Josh.
I've been changing it a lot.
All right, new guys, we're gonna open up the lines. Call in and tell us
How do you feel about tripping
which-
on the ground?
which Seth MacFarlane show do you think is the funniest? Do you think it's A, Family Guy, B, American Dad, or C, The Cleveland Show, which actually isn't on anymore?
Tweet us at greatpods.rad.
Tweet us at Nightwalks. At Nightwalks.
Nightwalks, disgusting talks. Mike and Josh.
Hashtag stop making up new names.
That's the thing I didn't realize.
What?
Hashtag. Mike C, Mike V, and
Yeah.
Josh C.
Yeah.
That's kind of, there's like, we both our last initials end in an E.
Yeah, but then you realize that, like, B, C, D, E, G, Z, there's a T. There's
Yeah.
a lot of letters that
Right.
end with the E sound.
Like Pat D.
So it's not that weird, yeah.
Pat D. Mike V, Josh C,
Shout outs to Pat D.
Dirk W,
He's Pat D is currently being a bitch.
Pat D, the man of mystery, history in the making, and now by taking titles, awards, and accolades, I am reciting a Beastie Boys song. Didn't want anybody
Guys,
to...
call in and tell us who's your favorite host on the Mike and Josh, because we are up to changing some of the talent around here.
Yeah, it's
Maybe we'll get
whoever
somebody who doesn't go on weird rants.
whoever doesn't own the phone.
Yeah. Guys, we'll just have to make a quick phone swap. But it's cool because I have the 5S as well.
That's cool, because I'm on the 7.5. Apparently.
What are your thoughts on courts? Cul-de-sacs.
I wouldn't want to live in one.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to have more than one way out. That's why, fucking,
You have the mentality of a trapped rat.
I gotta look for both exits, guys.
Oh, let's talk about our David Liebehart shit
Yes,
that's going on.
that is a thing. Promotional shit for David
So if you
Liebehart.
guys watch Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job, or just know anything about Adult Swim, then you would know David Liebehart is that guy, the black dude who sings songs with weird puppets, creator of Salome.
I wanna be your son.
Josh,
That might be what it sounds like.
Josh recently, I don't know why you're going down that way.
Oh, I don't know.
Now I'm too far
I
with
thought
the
it
mic.
was happening.
Josh,
It's a CD.
Josh has been emailing this guy who supposedly is in a band with David Liebehart.
Yeah. Last weekend, I got a Twitter notification that said David Liebehart is following you on Twitter, and I shit myself. And I was like, awesome, I can just not be on Twitter anymore because there's nobody good left to follow me. And then I immediately messaged the guy, and I said, hey, David, I'm a big fan, and if you would need any promotional designs, I'd love to be involved and jump in there and give you a promotional design. And he messaged me back right away, and he was like, actually, my name's Jonah, and I managed the Twitter account for David, which I can believe that happened.
Yeah, we're
because
not really sure on the authenticity of this dude.
this could be a goose chase. This could be a fake snake.
This could be all this work for nothing. All this hassle for a tassel, if you will.
Exactly.
Another car. Sorry about the cars, guys.
Oh.
But that's what you get when you
Look out for road
do a
sticks.
podcast in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's,
so
creative
today
walks,
we
evening talks.
we've just been designing cool designs,
Brainstorming,
just cool
coming up.
artwork, pieces of artwork
And
that involve David Liebehart.
I will definitely say that the one reason that I'm motivated to actually create this stuff is because if this is, I'm taking we're taking a gamble and putting our time into this, and because I think that if this really is for David Liebehart, he deserves that kind of quality shit. He deserves some good shit that somebody cared about when they were making it.
Yeah, I mean,
I run out of breath easily because we're walking also. He deserves it.
it'd be funny if this whole time we were just on like a treadmill
Yeah.
and we just like played car noises driving by just to like add to the authenticity. That's like when we make it big. Like, remember back in the day when we
Would actually walk.
Yeah, we actually walked.
Back in the day when streets used to be asphalt, not solar
Yeah.
panels.
Oh, guys, solar panel roads. Please look up the video. It's literally like it will change everything.
I tweeted it today, so go to my Twitter and go to 2014 May. And by May I mean June 6th.
Guys, you could just YouTube solar roadways.
That's
and you won't
more
have to,
efficient.
You won't have to follow Josh Carter, JC Super Artist.
Follow me, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, I don't feel like going into the details, but it will. The information needs to get out there. It needs to be spread.
Mike, are you excited about doing stand-up again?
Dude, I really want to fucking do stand-up again. But I forget about stand-up all of my life until I'm like hanging out with you again.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm like, oh, stand-up. Oh, I remember writing a couple jokes a while ago. Then I gotta like remember them and shit.
I have to hit you up more when I go.
Yeah.
Because I had been doing at least 2 nights a week, open mics, every week for a while. For like a little more than a month I was doing that. That's 70 times going on stage.
That is a lot.
It's not really 70. But, yeah, it's been like 2 weeks now that I've not gone. I've been crammed, busy in the sketch.
We need to come up with something more entertaining for our listeners, for our one listener.
Yes.
Hey, Bob.
This podcast goes out to Bob.
If anybody actually, I don't know where this is going,
Yeah.
but if you are still listening to this, then that's awesome. But you're probably stupid. I don't want to insult you though, because I'm pretty flattered that you would just continue to listen to us talk about nothing. Which is basically what all podcasts are. Josh likes podcasts, though.
I love podcasts. Because I don't have to look at them.
Yeah, seriously. That's what music was invented for.
Music?
Music is the entertainment of...
Music is the goat.
You only
Go for the goat.
You only need your hearing senses. Your ears.
I want to be your music.
Josh, okay, guys, for anybody else that enjoys movies and media, like, for the visual...
Videos.
Yeah, as much as I do. Like, when I want to show somebody a fucking movie, I get that some people just won't enjoy a movie like I do, and I'm fine with that. But
Think about your words carefully.
Josh will, pretty much the majority of things Josh watches these days, he will put on and, like, do something else while it's, like, on next to him. So, like, I'm guessing the only time he probably looks up at the screen is when it gets really loud. So if he's not watching, like, an action movie, he probably never ends up looking up. And he'll just, like, see a few things.
It's hard for me to take a break, and I honestly I don't have a good library of music that I haven't already listened to 1,000 times. So if I throw something up on Netflix,
Yeah, that's another thing. You like, your musical taste.
it just stops. It
Yeah,
stops after
you
a
don't
couple
really,
years.
Like it's always like, oh yeah, everybody likes music, but I mean, I get you like music, but I can never gauge where you're coming from with music.
Yeah,
Like one
it's,
day you'll be listening to Outkast.
I
The next day you're listening to like.
honestly, my whole life, I would consider myself a person of no taste.
Dude,
And I mean that in not a negative way,
know
as it sounds like I'm just generally like I go, oh, I'm okay with that.
I think I know what you're trying to say, because that's what I like about you, is that you Like you never had a hero growing up or anything. You never were
Yeah.
like, oh, like I want to be like Indiana Jones or something.
Right.
But and the same goes for like music. You just like don't really care.
Yeah.
You
I'm.
just want to do what you want to do, which is not some things about knives.
Yeah. Get a knife you like? Get a life you knife? No. Oh.
Yeah, Josh literally was his own person from birth.
Go.
Most people find themselves
would-
by liking things for a while and like figuring themselves out, but Josh was always just doing what he does,
I go with the flow.
which is how he got Homecoming King.
Yeah. Yeah.
07.
2007, Homecoming King. Turned out not to do that much for me after high school, but
Yeah.
still,
It did not.
it was
carry
good
any weight.
times. No, yeah.
Can't put that on your resume.
When you,
I guess you could.
yeah, it would be hilarious.
I think you should show up to job interviews with the sash and the crown. But don't bring it up. So then they have to say something and
They're like, they would have hopefully immediately addressed it. I would never make it into the room with the person. They would be like, there's a maniac in the lobby.
this is I was just Homecoming King, whatever. Stop the interview now.
Figured I would put that. Just wanted to show you.
I was a king in
See
2007.
the size of this sash?
That's a sash.
They said sash or dash, and I said sash.
All this hassle for a sash.
All this sash over a sash.
Smoked all this hash just to get a sash. Sash. Is
Right.
weird.
My secret hash stash of sashes.
If you were if you just found yourself as the owner of a school, a new high school, what would you make the mascot of your school?
Wow, that's
And what
tough.
would if you had to have a what is it? I guess a verb in front of it, like the fighting lions or
okay.
something. What would your combo be?
all right, so this would typically be a hard thing for me to choose, but I have a animal that I think needs some boosting in the world that doesn't really get enough recognition.
So are you doing this only out of charity, or is this?
No,
what you'd actually-
I really like this
Okay.
animal, and I think that so it's not a charity thing. It's a badass
Okay.
animal.
Okay.
It's called a pangolin.
Oh,
And
why do I know this?
I think we've talked about it years ago. We
Okay.
probably don't remember.
Oh, the
it.
Komodo dragon looking thing.
It's a rat. It's a rat, but it's covered in scales. Yeah, it's like a rat, but also a
You're just gonna confuse your rivals.
Google pangolin.
Pangolins.
Yeah. And I would say for a verb it would be the devouring. The
That's
devouring.
A mouthful.
The devouring pangolins.
I feel like once you pick pangolin, you don't even get a verb. It's just
Yeah.
it's already too much.
No, you gotta put something scary in front. The
It's
devouring
already
pangolin.
Your creatures.
No one would come to our school to fight us.
Especially if you had an actual pangolin,
Yeah.
the school's pet.
Oh, it's like the size of a football.
Oh, okay.
But there was a while where I wanted to draw myself and put it up on my website as me riding a pangolin, like a giant
Where did you
car-sized
hear about
pangolin.
pangolin?
I forget, honestly. I know I saw it on the internet.
Well,
I didn't see it on TV or something. The internet's a major part in our life.
That's true. I literally barely watch TV anymore because of the internet. But before we stray away from this topic, mine
Yeah, let's hear
would
yours.
be the Mighty Moths. And my catchphrase. if high schools had
You got the
catchphrases.
alliteration going on.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. It would be, we're gonna get our dust all over or eat our dust.
That's good.
Guys listening at home, I don't know and girls, I don't know if this is a real thing or not. I still haven't figured it out, but I've always been convinced that moths have a powder on them and they leave dust places.
I believe that that's true. They actually really do have a dust.
Okay.
I think I
Send
Googled
us
it
your,
before.
Call in. Oh, we're opening the lines again. Call us up and tell us your experience with moths and pangolins.
777-11-711. That's not the number. That's just, I usually say that on our walk.
He has a weird, like, OCD
It's a
with
tick.
numbers.
I don't like getting ticks, but I do have ticks. Oh, I hear a horn. I hear a horn. Dun-dun, dun-dun. I hear a horn. Dun-dun, dun-dun.
This is like the one podcast that possibly, if you were a really select group of people, you could open up your window and see us walk by
Yeah.
as you're listening. Or no, I guess podcasts are never live, are they?
They do have live podcasts.
Well, I guess
but
you
they're
could-
not like streaming.
You couldn't do that in the streets though, because
Right.
you'd have to have all that equipment with you.
Truth. I hear a pod. I hear a podcast going on. I have to pee.
All
I'm
right.
gonna pause our pod.
Guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Night Walks.
Boom. Back. This is Josh coming back from pee-pee, joining Mike. I thought a cop car was coming down the road, and I was like,
That was a cop car?
no, it wasn't. It turned out to be not one.
Oh.
So you just blew my story, so.
Oh. Dude, well, me and Pat have gotten stopped by cops before.
Pat D,
Pat D, yes.
the man of mystery. Sorry.
Yeah, the myth, the infamous Pat D. And
What's that like?
it's fine because, well, back at the time, there was apparently somebody, like, people breaking into people's cars, and we just weren't the people. Even though,
You didn't fit the profile.
well, no, we definitely fit the profile because we were kids walking around at night, but we just talked. I mean, I think he quickly, we all have like pretty good personality, so
Yeah.
we can kind of like win people over.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the cop just kind of understood where we were coming from.
He was like, there's no way these
Yeah.
glad honkies had anything
I
to
actually
do.
wanted to try to get the cop to make us honorary neighborhood watchmen because we do
That would
like
be
to take
fun.
walks a lot.
The thing about titles is that you can, after you get that title, you can just do whatever you're supposed to do with that. But the only thing in between you and having a title is deciding to call yourself that. So you could just volunteer as a neighborhood watch boy and go knock on people's doors at 1 a.m. in the morning. Hi, is there an alligator in your pool? 'Cause there's a rumor.
Yeah, but if I gave myself the title and did that, then I would just be able to get arrested because I'm just disturbing the peace.
Right,
and I'm not
that
really neighborhood watch.
Might be the difference between a maniac and a sane neighborhood watchman.
I don't even. Is neighborhood watch even like a thing?
Yeah, it's definitely a thing, but
But it's like only for like weird gated communities.
yeah,
probably.
if there's a lot of shit going on, just shit. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, maybe not. Maybe the opposite.
Good thing I pack a chainsaw.
I had a comment to make about cops and stuff, but I forget.
I have this. I was working a couple days ago, and it was like nothing going on. So I started writing an outline for this movie I want to write next semester.
Ah, is this one that I know about already?
No, I don't know if I ever told you about
Is it the duck one?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so it would start out like the movie would start with a trailer for a movie, and the movie is like basically a ripoff of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it would just seem like the trailer would obviously show that it's just like really fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
gory ass like just serial killer movie.
Cool.
And then it goes to like a school, and basically without boring everyone, it's about like a bunch of 10-year-old kids. One of their friends gets a bootleg copy of the movie. It's like basically all that's like all everyone's talking about, like this movie coming out. But like there's no way their parents are gonna let them see it.
Yeah.
So one kid gets it from his like cousin or something. So they all are making like plans to go to their friend's house and watch it. That like on a Friday night, they're gonna leave school, like ride their bikes to this kid's house. It's a far ride too.
Okay.
And they're gonna watch it there, and they also want to get weed for it,
Okay.
They never smoked weed. They want to smoke weed.
Uh-huh.
They want to make it like cool. So they get this other kid that they know can like get weed. He's like, but he ends up not wanting money. He wants to watch it with them in exchange for the weed.
Uh-huh.
So that kid gets added to the mix. And then there's this fucking bully at school that overhears that they got the movie, and he basically forces himself into the watch group. So
Okay.
they all ride their
So
bikes.
there's like a good mix of like
Yeah, this is, like,
ragtag
definitely-
kids
yeah.
and like people who are like afraid of the bully and shit.
Exactly. It's gonna be a very character, like big characters,
Okay.
big personalities. And so they all ride to the kid's house, and they watch the movie, and it's like really crazy, scary, epic. And
I'm envisioning like cut scenes, like where it like you forget that you're watching these kids watch a movie, and then you're just like watching a crazy
Yeah.
part of this movie.
So and the whole plan was that they were gonna sleep over.
Mhm.
But towards the end, the kid, like his mom, like I don't have this part figured out yet, but basically they're gonna get kicked out of the house and they have no place to go.
Okay.
And there's like all these rumors that will be talked about, like about this fucked up shit that happens around like in the neighborhood and stuff.
Mhm.
And they're like, fuck, what are we gonna do? And so this one kid's like, well, we can go back to my house, but it's like a far ass bike ride back.
And they're like baked, right?
Oh yeah. So the kid ended up bringing brownies, and they're like,
Oh,
what
no.
the fuck are these? We wanted weed. And he's like, no, these are like weed brownies. So they just start kicking in, and
Please tell me they eat like they all have like a giant brownie.
well, I was gonna have a part because basically the fucking bulk of the movie is it's a ripoff of the Warriors, but like with
Oh.
kids, because they gotta
Oh.
get back to this kid's house.
Okay.
But all this fucked up shit's gonna happen
Yeah.
during like on the trip there.
That's awesome.
And like one thing was gonna be like this one kid gets fucking starving and he eats all the pot brownies
Oh,
and forgets their
no.
pot brownies and like fucking wigs out. And like yeah, so that's like what the main adventure of the
That's
movie is.
awesome. That's killer.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
There's this movie on Netflix. It's a Steven Spielberg movie, but it's kind of recent.
Okay.
And it's about these. It's like a teenage adventure kind of thing
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
with
about.
the aliens and stuff.
Do they get powers? Or
No.
is that something else?
I think that's something else.
Okay.
But
What's it called?
Super 8 is what it's called.
Oh yeah, okay.
It takes place in like I think it's the 70s,
Okay. Is Super?
but
8
they're
a,
like into like making movies.
Oh, okay, so I was gonna say is that
Yeah, that's like the type of camera I
yeah,
think.
like film or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And so then they're like trying to make movies, and this one kid's like, "All right, well, we got to go out to like the old train tracks, and this is the scene. Like, this person's leaving, but we got to time it right so when the train goes by, because we need all the sound effects and stuff. So we'll be doing this scene. It'll be like a really romantic, kind of sad scene, but the train's going to be going by, so it'll be like really, really real. Like the production value will be way higher. And then a fucking truck like drives in front of the train, but they end up recording the whole train accident. It's it's an entertaining flick. It's definitely cool.
Wait, why did you pick that part to tell me about?
That's just like the beginning of the mayhem.
Oh, okay. So it has nothing to do with powers or anything,
No, they don't get
or
any
anything
powers.
supernatural.
Aliens. There's aliens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, say Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, because like the train is actually carrying this alien stuff, and it's supposed to be a cover up. Like the guy driving the truck that moves his truck in front of the train, so the train will
Did it on
crash.
purpose.
Yeah,
So they're trying to get the methylamine from the train.
yeah.
It's like a cooked meth.
And then this fucking kid on a motorbike comes by, and the blonde-haired guy just kills him. And that's the bad part.
And that's the ending. Oh, can we add spoiler alert in
Yeah.
post?
Spoiler alert, Super 8 is also Breaking Bad.
Oh, there's something I wanted to bring up again about that guy that you're emailing for the David Liebehart thing.
Yeah.
I want to know what the audience thinks of this. Josh sent this guy. We were talking earlier about the whole David Liebhardt thing and doing designs for him. Fucking, sorry guys.
Maniac
Couple
kids.
kids going to Mayhem Fest.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Us 8 years ago.
So Josh sent the guy like one of the designs or something.
Sent him business cards.
Yeah. And we get an email back, and he's like, "Love the designs." Do you remember the exact email? What it said?
These are awesome. Along the same lines of these are awesome, and then thanks for doing this, or this is much appreciated. It was 2 sentences.
Okay.
It was these are awesome. This is very much appreciated. Blank, blank,
and then
blank.
3 hearts. But the less than and then a 3. 3 of those. 3 hearts. And this is a guy emailing another guy in like a not really professional setting at all. So I can look past
It's
that.
lax.
Yeah, but the fact is, this dude just sent us 3 hearts. Like, I would never ever send that. Like, that is, like, when I read that, I just picture him, like, going, like, these are great, and then, like, jumping up in the air like a Japanese schoolgirl, like, 3 times.
Also, he has a
Like,
skirt on.
Giving
for
the,
some
yeah,
reason.
basically like Chun-Li when she wins. Like, yatta!
I guess.
Call it. Oh, we're opening up the lines again. How are those phone lines coming?
That's again. That's 777-11-711.
And that is not the phone
That
number.
is not
That
the
is-
phone number. Do not type that into a phone with the typers.
Don't use your phone keyboard. What were you gonna say? Something about it?
I could give less of a shit. Like, it's easy for me to ignore that he
Well-
did that, but it's also kind of weird. Here's me reacting to that. Oh, that's kind of weird. That's it.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna like go fucking like start a whole battle about it. Like, I just think it's funny and just
It is funny.
and just weird.
I like interpreting it not as hearts, but as 3 negative 3s in a row.
Oh
or
yeah,
less
so
than
we were saying
3s.
that he was rated because technically the actual symbols are less than and 3.
It's a ragtag
So-
heart.
We were saying that he was rating the designs less than 3, less than 3, less than 3. Which
So
if you do the math
it's
is
a negative 6.
no 9,
Oh,
less than 9. So however, whatever, we're not sure what the highest his rating scale is, but we're less than 9 on it.
yeah.
So
Less than 9, but if it's an 8 out of 10, that's good.
like that dude fucking punched in 3 hearts. 3.
He must be used to like typing to his girlfriend or something.
He's got like that. fucking
Also, he is
scowl
like
thing going on.
decided by himself if this is who we think it is and who we want it to be. He's the guy who decided to connect with David Liebhardt and
That's true.
like head up all his technological
Wait,
shit.
so is this one of the guys in the band, like from that video?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think that, but I don't know. It
What if-
could be. But he said that when I asked him how he got involved, he said, I emailed David Liebhardt, or no, not emailed, but I interviewed David Liebhardt for my radio show, and one thing led to another.
Should I go longer or shorter?
Let's go shorter. This is already like 38 minutes.
It's like normal, right?
Yeah,
Podcast
well,
is like an hour, isn't it?
yeah, it's a goodie. It's gonna be a big
Alright,
file
so
for my
I
phone.
interrupted you.
David Liebhardt.
Oh yeah, he
Practices
emailed
the
guy,
Punisher.
whatever. We don't care. Fuck it. He sent 3 cards.
Yeah. So call in about that.
Yeah. So.
777
11.
11 711.
I like seeing litter on the side of the road when it's beer litter. So that just means someone's partying. Which, full circle, brings us back to house parties. Why the fuck am I still not at one? That would be great if during this podcast we actually did end up just walking into a house and it just became a party, but we kept the podcast going and we like interviewed people.
That would be so
Like,
awesome.
what the fuck are you doing?
What are you guys like fucking? Sean Savage?
It's some fucking like dumbass bitch is like somehow knows like real podcasts. You trying to be Doug Pound?
Yeah. Is this the Mark Maron podcast? Am I in your garage?
Josh, what would you do if we walked into a house party and like one of those stereotypical like hot stupid chicks like got into a discussion with you and was saying that Mark Maron is better than Louis C.K.?
I would absolutely be able to refute her on that, but it might be for naught just because if she's a stupid person, she's not gonna eventually accept that I'm right about Louis C.K. being better than Mark Maron. But
what would you do to put the nail in her coffin just to put this dumb bitch in her place and just get your point across for Louis? What you gotta go out and save Louis.
We got a lot of cars right now.
Sorry,
Give me more time to
main
think.
road.
Oh, there's so many more cars coming. Hold on, I need more time for these cars to I would probably say Mark Maron's shitty acting does not
Transmogrify.
Does not translate to a show. He's a better podcast host. This is not coming off aggressive at all.
No.
I don't know. There's no way for me to bring up all these nerdy points about me, like the things that I like about Louis C.K. And
Did you say nerdy?
yeah,
I would bust in, smack her cup down, and go.
that is a better way. That is better.
But then try to stay at the party, so maybe not do that.
Yeah. Oh God, I got really scared for a second because that plant we walked by, I thought it was a giant turtle. This is real. I'm not kidding.
Remember when I thought I saw a living scarecrow?
Oh,
In this
yeah.
exact general area?
Yeah. This is a scary road.
Back in the glory days, man.
Oh yeah.
Back when I was tripping and not doing drugs.
Yeah.
Just losing my mind. Oh, I walked into a goddamn spider web. Open up the lines. Tell us what you think. How much it sucks when you walk into a spider web.
It's 777 11 711.
That is not the number.
Yeah,
do not call that
number. It's not for this podcast. We will release the podcast number
right now
in the info.
777 11 711.
Yes.
But that is not
Yeah,
the number.
no, that's not the number though.
Do not call that number.
Yeah.
But yeah, spider webs, man, they fucking suck. That is seriously, they really suck because they fucking stick with you, and even if they don't, your fucking mind thinks that they're still on you. So like basically, you're gonna have a spider web on you until you like jump in the shower.
And possibly a family of spiders.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. That's the scary part is that.
I swear to God, one time I was just walking around, and I just started to feel like a web was being created around my entire head.
Ooh.
Like, I swear that, like, I was like, the more I walked and, like, the subtle wind would hit me, I felt like it was, like, a web was, like, around me and, like, continued to grow.
I tried to evacuate a spider out of my bedroom the other day.
What does that mean?
Like, I tried to get him out of my room, but not kill him.
Oh, okay. Is that for any reason?
I just would rather not have to kill it because it's alive. It is a living thing,
Dude,
and it's
I'm the exact same way. So did it work? Did you get him out?
I got him onto a napkin, and then I shook him out of my window. It was like a one-handed move thing. It was fluid, but
so
then
it's more like a smack out the window.
Well, I knew that he was on the napkin, and I moved it out.
Okay. So successful.
I think, it's to my knowledge, it was successful, but I did not see him come off of the napkin.
Sure.
So he's probably still on me.
I'm literally the same way, dude. I'll I'll be just standing by my pool and I'll see a fly like on the top of the water,
Uh-huh.
but still alive, and I'll fish him out. Even though I'd probably be doing him a favor if I just let him fucking die.
Right.
Cause like you gotta think things that small, they don't even know what's happening probably.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand that they're like dying.
Yeah.
Their just instinct is just like get out of the pool or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also had a spider that I tried to get out today. It was a weird looking one. And like I tried to get him on like a pen, but he wasn't fucking getting on it. So I smashed
Crushed him.
I actually did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I haven't killed a bug in a long time. I seriously usually try to just get them out,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
I just
like
didn't feel like doing it.
if someday the matter that makes up this body gets turned into a bug, I can't wait.
You want to
like,
be a bug?
Well, the percentage. I think I said this to our friend Pat D's nephew about how
Oh,
lucky
God, this
I was
fucking spiel.
drinking, and I went off on a spiel about how lucky he was to be alive, because the percentage of matter that exists compared to the percentage of matter that gets created into a human being is like you won the lottery. Congratulations, you get to feel all these things.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people would disagree. Say that's like losing the lottery, becoming
Yeah.
a human.
Yeah, probably. But I would say to them,
I mean,
just feel this shit, because
See,
it's not going to last.
if you look at life as just an experience, then you'll have a lot more fun.
Yeah,
Like just like
totally. I agree completely.
I guess there are some people though that just get born into a shitty ass predicament. Like so that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But like
That way of thinking,
I have
it
a
could
pretty
be helpful.
yeah. Like I have a pretty sweet life, but like when I'm like doing shit and like I'm at places like Philly, I'm an avid hater of just the city in general.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I
same. It is really easy for me to forget that kind of stuff and go and wallow in my human feelings and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I like the city for certain reasons, but there's other reasons I hate it. But yeah, sometimes I'll be there and just be like, what the fuck? This all sucks. But then I look at it and I'm like, this is actually cool.
Yeah, you're like Jane Goodall. You get to go in and experience it and know that you get to come out. You don't
Yeah.
have to stay there. I get to take a silver bullet train home.
I'm what you'd call the modern day Tom Sawyer.
How much you call modern day freaked out? I just heard a wolf scrumpling through the
Close.
six.
It sounded more like a
Owl?
bug zapper.
Pretending to be
What?
wolves.
Pretending to be wolves? Mighty Boosh. Open up the lines. What do you guys think of the Mighty Boosh? Are you sad that it's gone? That number is 777.
It's gonna be
11,
777.
711.
711.
And
But,
again, that is not the number. So do not call
Yeah,
that.
that is not our number. Our number will be posted later in post. We'll do that in post.
If you had superpowers in like right now in today's world, like but you just happen to be a person with superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really matter what they are, but there's some kind of power that gives you a huge advantage over all human beings.
Uh-huh.
Would you use it for good? Use it for evil, or just like not even tell anyone and just use it to get by as a single human being?
I would hope to be able to use it to get by, but knowing myself, it would be very easy for me to get sucked into taking on the responsibility of shit and trying to use it for good as much as possible.
Yeah.
But which would be a huge pain in the balls.
See,
Well, like, I would love to live the easy life and go, oh, I don't want any of that responsibility. I do not want to have to feel guilt about that shit. Like, I want to go on a fucking vacation. Superman doesn't go on vacations. He's like, hold on, I got to turn the world, like, the time back. I got to fly around the whole thing.
it's funny because that comes back to the like the spider thing we were talking about, the bug thing. Like, you want to save these bugs, but then there's like times where it's just like, fuck this.
Right.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's probably what it would be like to be fucking a superhero.
Yeah, true.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
because you would
fuck.
you would
Except even
probably
worse because
acclimate yourself to a higher like being, because you'd be like, oh, these are just
you've
people.
dropped acclimate 2 times on the podcast, and I don't know if any of them were right.
I think once was Dracula bait, and that is just Dracula. Dracula mate, that's when you have Dracula as your roommate. What is this doing here? There's a
Like, oh,
refrigerator in the
fucking-
middle of the sidewalk. And by refrigerator, I mean it wasn't a refrigerator. It's a secret tunnel. What about you? Superpower stuff.
Honestly, it'd be hard to say because it would all depend on like what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what actually would happen.
Also, like, can you pick your superpower, or?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like, cause like it could be a huge like. I think going invisible is probably like one of the best superpowers you could ever have. Because that's the ultimate like. You could live without doing anything anymore.
True.
So you could
Nobody
just-
would even know you were there.
Steal. Yeah, you could just live in someone's house without them knowing, which is fucking scary.
Yeah. If you can take shit like that without anyone seeing you and stuff, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I
I
would-
want to be able to fly like Superman, but like only. 'Cause I'm pretty sure you can fly into space and still live, right?
Oh,
'Cause you
Superman
need-
has everything. You're invincible.
All right, cool. Because then my
He
goal,
has, like, fucking ice breath, I think, sometimes.
my goal
when
is
he needs it.
as a super person is to be able to fly out into space and collect gold from the big boom
Why?
and bring it back and just have a ton of gold
You're
so
a
I can have billions of dollars.
You're a superhero. You don't need that. You could just melt like Fort Knox down. Do it Goldfinger.
Well, I didn't know if I had a plethora
I
of.
want to ask you something also about being invisible.
Okay.
Do you remember that movie that came out? Like it was a while ago, but
Galactica.
it was like the Invisible Man, but
With,
more like horror.
Jason, the guy from Friday the 13th.
Yeah, the guy's in everything.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's in The Following.
and yeah, we can't think of his name.
Yeah, I know a ton of stuff he's in.
I don't want to keep wanting to say like.
He's in
anything.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. Anyway, would you? I'm pretty sure there was a scene in that movie where he just like bangs some chick because
Oh
he's
yeah,
invisible.
he sneaks into like the city and goes
Yeah.
and just like creeps
Would
on
you
it.
do that
naked
if you were
changey girl.
If you had the invisible power, would you just?
Probably like
bang
when
her?
I was in high school, if I got this power when I was like 14, I would have been like, Mom, I'm sick today, and I'm gonna be invisible like a half an hour, and then I would go to the high school and sit in the locker room from first period till 8th period.
You do it in the locker room.
Yeah, and I'd have to be completely naked, right? So that would be cool. Oh, I wouldn't like rape anybody. I would just watch.
Oh well, that's just like a tease then.
I'm not a raper. I can't rape. Even if I was invisible, I could rape.
All right.
I would just.
Girls that are listening, we're opening up the lines. Call in. If you're getting raped by an invisible entity, would you enjoy it? Because I mean, it's not like you can't see the person, so even if it was like some nasty ass fuck,
Right.
you wouldn't know. You'd just be getting fucked by like nothing.
Yeah, it would
So-
be. You would be like, oh, I feel all these feelings.
Yeah. So would that be a pleasurable experience for you, or would you still rather not?
And that's
777 11
11
711.
711.
And that is
Uh,
not the number, so
That is.
Don't-
That's actually not the number for the
Yeah.
podcast.
don't call that number.
Yeah, do not call that one.
But let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts on that. Well, guys, we are back on my street. I don't want us to give the name out. I don't want stalkers.
Grendelin. Sorry. Everyone's gotta find you.
So that will be the end of this episode of Night Walks,
Yep.
aka the pilot episode.
Yes.
First episode. Maybe this will catch off. Maybe this will never happen again. Call us. Let us know if you want more.
But
that number is 77711,
711.
and that is not the
That
number.
do not. Yeah, that you won't get anywhere if you call that. But let us know.
It's been
Contact
fun
us.
walking and talking with you guys.
Yes, very much
Um,
cool.
So we will see you next time. This has been
What a
Night
good-
Walks with Mike and
We
Josh.
finish off with 54 minutes
Guys, if you're
and
still
43
listening, thank you.
seconds.
You're cool.
Congratulator.
You made it to the end of the walk.
We'll be back soon with Night Walks and Evening Talks. Mike V, Josh C. We both do it.
Signing out.
Good night, everybody. This is us hitting the stop button